Welcome to the most impactful week in the movement to end prostate cancer. We're so glad you're here. This event is about you and connecting with experts, advocates, and communities from across the country. Together, we are Zero Strong. Please join us right now for the virtual Zero Prostate Cancer Summit.
Good evening and welcome to the Zero Prostate Cancer Summit. I'm Jamie Burse, Zero CEO, and I'm joined by Shelby Monier, our Vice President of Patient Programs and Education.
Hi, everyone.
And Allie Manson, who's our Vice President of Government Relations and Advocacy.
Hey, Zero family.
And I'm thrilled to welcome prostate cancer survivor, advocate, entrepreneur, my close friend, and our chairman of the board here at Zero, Robert Ginyard.
Hello, everyone.
Now, for many of you, this is your first summit, and it's your first time to getting to know the Zero community. And Shelby, Allie, Robert, and myself will be sharing a little bit about how Zero is here for you and all of the patients and families as we work toward our mission of ending prostate cancer. Robert, let me turn it over to you. Would you share a little bit about your story?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Zero's 2021 Prostate Cancer Summit. It's so good to see so many of you returning this year, and a big welcome to our new attendees. We're glad you're able to be with us and hope you will become part of the Zero family. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty confident that after you experience the Zero Summit this year, you'll be part of the family. I'm confident of that. My story: I was diagnosed with prostate cancer in 2010 at the age of 48. My cancer was detected during my annual exam with my primary care physician. My treatment consisted of a radical prostatectomy followed by radiation treatment and hormone therapy. After my treatments, I thought I would go back to life as normal and never speak about my prostate cancer with anyone. However, life had different plans for me. So here I am. All these years later, sharing my story with anyone who will listen. I was introduced to Zero in 2011 by my wife shortly after my treatments. She suggested that I attend a Zero Run Walk event, and I remember her telling me she thought it would be a good idea to meet other survivors so that I don't feel isolated. I was reluctant to attend. However, she was pretty persistent in suggesting that I go. I wasn't sure if she really wanted me to meet other survivors or she wanted me out of the house to give her some peace of mind on that particular Sunday morning. I know it was a combination of the two, and I'm so glad I followed her suggestion. Zero's mission is simple: to end prostate cancer. And we're going about ending this disease on three fronts: advancing research, improving the lives of men and their families, and inspiring action. And while Zero is making great strides on all three of these fronts, we recognize our success would not be possible without talented staff and you, our champions, spread out across the country. So thank you for being a part of this year's summit, and enjoy. And remember, we are Zero Strong.
That's right. And thanks, Robert. Thanks for all you do to raise awareness and talk to guys all across the country any chance that you get. Now, a guy dies from prostate cancer every 50 minutes. It's the most commonly non-skin cancer diagnosed among American men. In fact, more patients than ever are at high risk of being diagnosed at late stage or having financial challenges concerning their cancer journey or suffering emotional distress, particularly during the pandemic. But there's hope, and there's hope because of you. And as Robert said, Zero is the leading national nonprofit with the mission to end prostate cancer, and we do that by advancing research, improving the lives of men and their families, and inspiring action. Now, your presence here at the summit is a big part of what we do around research, and we're going to cover that in greater detail with Allie in just a couple of minutes. But with your help, we're able to increase prostate cancer research funding to be able to generate more treatments and discover more diagnostic tools to discover the cancer even earlier than before. We're able to improve the lives of men and families through our amazing programs like Zero 360, and we'll dive into that in just a minute with Shelby. And we also inspire action through our Run Walk series. As Robert just mentioned, he got involved with the Zero family by going out to a run walk. And we have about 45 run walks all across the country, from Baltimore to LA to Minneapolis to Miami and all points in between, in order to come to your community to get you involved in the prostate cancer cause. And we'd also like to get you involved. And this is how you can do it. As you may be watching us right now on your app, on your phone, you can message us through that app, or you can go to zerocancer.org. And we're also on social media. You can connect with us, for example, by going to facebook.com/zerocancer. But reach out, because we need to build this national community of zero champions. A zero champion is anyone who's willing to go the distance to be able to help end prostate cancer and build this national community. And are you wondering how Zero can help you and your loved ones against this fight against prostate cancer? Let's move now to talk to Shelby and learn about some of the patient programs that we're offering right now to patients.
Thanks so much, Jamie. I'm so happy to be here to share with our Zero community all of the amazing programs that we have to offer you. At Zero, we are so proud to offer the prostate cancer community so many different resources. And these are based on where you are in your prostate cancer journey. So whether you're newly diagnosed or you were diagnosed several years ago, we have tools for you. First, I want to tell you about 0360. This is our comprehensive patient support program that Jamie mentioned. You can speak with a trained 0360 case manager. These case managers can help you navigate financial issues, insurance issues. They can help with hugely important mental health and emotional support navigation. And these are just a few of the topics that they can help patients and caregivers with. Zero also has a mentor program and a caregiver mentor program. And these programs are where we train our amazing Zero volunteers, and we really play matchmaker with you. And we match you with a mentor or a caregiver mentor who can help best navigate you through your diagnosis or through your loved one's diagnosis. We make these matches based on different experiences, your preferences, topics you want to discuss, even the city and state in which you live. And we do this so that we can truly help you connect with someone who has gone through something similar. Sometimes these relationships last just a few weeks, and sometimes they can last years or more. It really depends on what you need. And you can really make the mentor program and the caregiver mentor program your own. Another program we have that we love to share with our community is what Jamie mentioned earlier, and that's our Facebook group. But this is our Zero Connect Facebook group. Here you'll find more than 2,700 people from across the country and even the world. And these members are eager to be a sounding board. They're here to answer your questions, bounce ideas off of, and they just love to share their experiences with you and provide input to any issue that you're having. So it's such a great support group that you can rely on in an online space. Zero is so proud to offer these programs to you. We want to ensure that you never, ever feel alone in this battle. It's so important to the Zero community. We have to make sure that you are empowered so that you can make sure that you are an active participant in your care. Next, I want to talk about Zero's website. And Jamie also mentioned this. You can find us online at zerocancer.org. We have an absolutely amazing hub for all things related to a prostate cancer diagnosis. We have a huge library of one-pagers. These one-pagers cover prostate cancer treatment options, questions to ask your doctor, several topics that you might otherwise not know off the top of your head when you've never probably even heard of prostate cancer. We have an online comprehensive toolkit for newly diagnosed patients. We even have interactive resources on topics like family history, tools to help you learn about your family tree, better understand your family history. As you may or may not know, family history, age, race, these are hugely important risk factors for a prostate cancer diagnosis. So we want everyone to be overly aware of all of our options. These are completely free resources for you to use at home and share with your communities to help spread awareness of prostate cancer. You don't like to read all of the resources I just mentioned, you have to read. Don't worry about that. We have you covered here too. We actually have 6 podcasts you can listen to learn more about difficult to discuss topics like how to maintain a sex life after a prostate cancer diagnosis. We also have hours and hours and hours of webinars and videos that you can watch covering topics ranging from navigating insurance issues all the way to understanding the importance of bone health during a prostate cancer diagnosis and after treatment. One of the major areas of focus for this year's summit, again, that we are so thrilled you're here for, is health disparities in prostate cancer, especially among Black men. Zero's Prostate Cancer Racial Disparities Task Force will be on hand later this week. They're going to lead some various presentations and then also participate in a panel discussion. We are thrilled to have our task force members on hand so that we can really give them a rapid fire question and answer time and really dig into some of the most important issues affecting Black men in prostate cancer. Prostate cancer affects Black men at twice the rate as white men. So we feel at Zero that it's our responsibility to bring these numbers down. It's our responsibility to build trust in the Black community. And it's our responsibility to educate men and their families on how and when to discuss prostate cancer screening with their doctors. So please, if you have questions, comments, you need help finding resources, you need help finding insurance options, navigating the insurance system, please reach out to the Zero team. We are here for you. We are ready to get you the information that you need. Again, we want you to be empowered. We need you to be empowered, whether it's from the patient or the caregiver perspective, so that you can be an active participant in your care. Jamie, with that, I'll hand it back over to you.
Thanks, Shelby. Thank you for that. Now our patient support and education programs are just one area in which we help patients and families fight prostate cancer. We also work very hard with the help of our champions, who are Zero's most passionate volunteers and fundraisers, to encourage nationwide legislative policies that can lead to more research into treatments and diagnostics for prostate cancer, better access to care, and more equitable outcomes. So hey, Ali, let me pass it over to you and tell us more about how we work on the advocacy side.
Thanks, Jamie. Here in our nation's capital and across the country, Zero is working to introduce and support prostate cancer-friendly policies that improve the lives of patients and their families. That means we fight every single day for research funding for the Prostate Cancer Research Program, and that funding has contributed to the development of 5 new treatments for advanced disease. We're also pushing members of Congress to support the CDC's work to educate men, especially high-risk men, about prostate cancer and why they need to be screened. In fact, you can click right over to the health fair here in the Zero Summit app, and you can meet Nathan. Nathan is the CDC's prostate cancer decision-making simulation. He's not a real person, but he can help patients make real and informed decisions about their healthcare. You may not have known that veterans are at almost double the risk of prostate cancer compared to the general population. One of our legislative policies this year would help to improve the care of veteran prostate cancer patients throughout the Veterans Health Administration. That would ensure that a veteran treated in Fort Worth, Texas, has access to the same diagnostic and treatment options as a veteran treated in Los Angeles, California. But we aren't just in DC. We're working across the country to pass laws that would make it possible for high-risk men to be screened for prostate cancer without cost sharing. This is our Zero Cost to Prostate Cancer Screening Initiative. We were successful passing this law in Maryland last year, and we're looking at the other coast in the year to come. State by state, we're working to remove this particular barrier to early diagnosis so that we can improve outcomes. And if you want to learn more about getting involved with Zero in your area, search the Summit app or visit zerocancer.org/summit to see who your local chapter director is. Our team here at Zero is always working on our policy priorities, but the absolute best advocates that Zero has are people like you. Every year during the summit, we bring patients and their families to DC to tell their stories to members of Congress and their staff, because there's nothing like hearing directly from someone who has benefited from the development of a new drug through the Prostate Cancer Research Program, or from a daughter who lost her father because he didn't have access to screening at a time when it could have caught his cancer early. Your stories are what make policy decisions personal. And if you're advocating via virtual visits this year, thank you. But if you aren't and want to help, visit zerocancer.org/advocacy or visit the advocacy booth in the health fair portion of the app and click through our very easy to use action alert to send an email to your members of Congress supporting our policy priorities for this year. If you want to learn more about prostate cancer policy and advocacy, you can tune in to the advocacy portion of our program every day of the summit at noon Eastern time. I'll be there, and I know Robert will too. Right, Robert?
I wouldn't miss it, Ali. Every year, these advocacy visits make such an amazing impact for patients nationwide. It's really a powerful way to make a difference in this fight. Now, this is just a snapshot of who we are at Zero and what we're doing to end prostate cancer. But please feel free to connect with Zero staff through the Summit app, or you can find our contact information on the website. You can find the four of us, your local chapter director, and the rest of the amazing staff there. We're happy to talk your ear off about the work we do on behalf of the Zero family. So visit zerocancer.org to learn more now.
Thank you for joining us for the 2021 Summit. We wish we were all together in person, but we're incredibly grateful to welcome everyone tuning in from across the country to the Zero Prostate Cancer Summit. Follow along in the app and on social media by using the hashtag #ZeroSummit2021. And let's do this. Stay Zero strong.
The issues you care about most are right here at the virtual Zero Prostate Cancer Summit. Please check out the other topics, sessions, and virtual get-togethers in your Summit app. Remember, you are not alone. Join the Zero community to gain support and more information on prostate cancer at zerocancer.org.